Welcome to the Growth Room with David Daniels. Today, we're incredibly fortunate to have David J. Zetter, the visionary president, change agent, and national speaker of Zetter Healthcare. David, with his advanced degree from Villanova, has dedicated his career to empowering physicians and dentists countrywide with unique practice management strategies. Today, we'll be diving into his unique approach to medical management consulting and exploring the significant trends he's observing in the industry. David, it's a pleasure to have you. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Great, great. Well, can you share a little bit about your background and your role at Zetter Healthcare?
Sure. I've been in business since I was 14, went into food service for about 20 years, was an executive VP, ran restaurants all over the country. Uh, then basically decided I didn't want to be traveling 5 days a week for 20 years anymore. So I went to go work for a gentleman that had a healthcare CPA and consulting firm where he only worked with healthcare professionals. So basically, I ended up going to work for him, shadowing him for 5 years, and then realized that we were outsourcing an awful lot of work. Credentialing, contracting, coding, chart reviews, HR services, you name it. So I ended up spending 5 years shadowing him, getting certified in all these areas, becoming an expert in the areas where we were referring services out, brought it all in-house. I separated, took over the consulting side, and the rest is history. I built a referral network that is literally second to none. It fills my funnel with new clients on a daily basis. We probably receive new client inquiries, about 5 to 10 of them a week. I pick up about 4 to 5 of them, refer out the rest to other consultants, and I've been doing that for over 20 years. We've got clients in all 56 US territories. We probably credential and contract over 10,000 providers a year all across the country. I also work with Medicare, help them develop their policies, procedures, and systems, which helps keeps us at the forefront of everything that's going on so that we know it better than anyone else and can help our clients with it. I'm a past president of the National Society of Certified Healthcare Business Consultants, largest organization of its kind in America for healthcare consultants. I do a lot of mentoring, a lot of training, I'm a national speaker. So that's how we get business that literally is just as a magnet and comes to us every single week. We're very blessed. But honestly, any consultant can do that, set up a referral program that feeds them new clients constantly. It's just knowing how to do it, setting yourself out to get it done, and then it automatically works. And like I said, for 20 years, we get every piece of our business is referral based. We don't advertise, we don't go out seek clients. They come to us because we're very well known and we're very good at what we do. So, uh, when you provide great services and good care to your clients, they keep referring other clients to you.
Nice, nice. That is an awesome message. That is an awesome message. Over the last handful of years, what major shifts have you seen in the industry at all?
Well, I mean, in healthcare, everything's difficult. I mean, it's probably the second industry in this country that is um, just so over-regulated. Other than finance,
Mhm.
healthcare is very regulated. We have regulations changing daily. You're dealing with health insurance companies, commercial and private health insurance companies, where all of them have their own policies and procedures. So you've got to know all this in order to work in healthcare, which is very difficult to do. And it's very challenging. Hence the reason why a lot of private practices have gone out of business or have been acquired by health systems and hospitals. Um, we only work with independent practices, which it's obviously dwindling. There used to be a good 75% of medical practices out there were independent. Now it's down to somewhere between 30 and 40%. So I mean that is disappearing, but when you've got good services and you can help healthcare practices stay afloat, stay profitable, manage all the regulations and everything, then that helps maintain private practice. And it gives all the human beings in this country the ability to go out to a private practice versus going into a health system where you're just another number. So we're doing our best to keep practices private and keep them in business. And that's our mission.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. I guess in reference to that mission, what's working well with you right now as far as getting that done, or and what's been frustrating at all?
Well, I mean, we deal with insurance companies every day of the week, whether it's, credentialing and contracting, that's the start of the revenue cycle process for any healthcare business. Doing that properly and then supporting the practices. With any questions, I mean, they get requests every day for medical records. They get post-payment reviews, prepayment reviews, meaning that they don't get paid until they send their records or documentation for the encounter with the patient. Insurance companies are out there trying to keep all their monies in their bank account versus paying claims. And that's the nature of U.S. healthcare right now. Insurance companies don't want to pay claims. They're going to do everything they can to stop it. They even downcode services. Like if you go into a doctor, there are things called evaluation and management services, which are office visits. There are different levels depending on what level of service is provided. And the doctor's got to bill appropriately based on the documentation of the services that they rendered. If they don't document properly, then the payer, and sometimes the payer is going to downcode that service to a lower level code, which reimburses you less even though they never bothered asking for the medical records. They just want to downcode it so they don't have to pay as much.
Right.
It's really a scam. Insurance companies have literally been granted carte blanche to do anything they can by Congress. And until that changes, which it won't, because insurance companies have thousands of lobbyists that lobby Congress, and Congress gives them carte blanche to do what they want. So it's really about understanding the rules and trying to help medical practices stay afloat, manage the regulations and do things properly so they can get paid. But the same rules don't apply to the insurance companies. They lie, cheat, and steal every day.
Gotcha.
And that's the God's honest truth. That I am not being sarcastic. It happens every single day. So doctors are trying to get money for the services they render, and insurance companies are trying to keep it. So we're out here just fighting the good fight, trying to manage things on behalf of our clients and keep them afloat.
Sure. That makes sense. That makes sense. What I guess within the business, what metrics are you most focused right now on improving?
Well, all of it's about, there are a ton of metrics that we follow, whether it's, days in accounts receivable, how long it takes from the date of the encounter, date of service, for the healthcare business to submit their claims. They should be submitting them within 24 to 48 hours, but a lot of people don't. Providers have an awful time about finishing their documentation and closing that encounter because you can't submit the claim unless the encounter is closed and all the notes are completed. So a lot of providers are procrastinators about getting that done, which just delays the cash flow coming into the practice. And everybody who runs or owns a business knows that cash flow is of utmost importance to run your business. And just delaying it by a day is not good. So you want to submit your claims, preferably the day that the patient showed up, so that, with Medicare, they pay claims in 14 days. They're the best payer in the country from the standpoint of paying quickly. Every other payer is going to pay you, after 45 days, 60 days, or they'll delay it even longer if they have the ability to. So those are challenges. There's so many regulations and trying to stay on top of this. Sometimes you wonder why some people want to become a doctor because it's a thankless job, to be honest with you.
Right, right. It's amazing, amazing. What's your future goals for Zetter Healthcare? Where do you see yourself in the next 12 to 18 months?
Well, we keep growing. I mean, we grow probably 10 to 15% a year and have for over 20 years.
Nice.
And it's just the way things work for us. Um, we continue to try and help our clients. Over the next 12 to 18 months, we'll probably expand with more clients. I mean, we just picked up three or four this week, and it's only Wednesday.
Right,
So we keep growing. We keep trying to fight the good fight. I'm mentoring several consultants right now and helping them set up their businesses. We hire a lot of people around the country in order to assist us with the work that we're doing. So we expect to keep growing and keep assisting clients over the next 12 to 18 months. Um, and we're only going to grow as to a certain extent. I don't want to be grow to be that big. It makes it more difficult to run the business. Um, and let's face it, I'm 66 years old. I don't want to be doing this forever. So, who knows how long this will keep going. But at this point, I love what I do. And we have an unending number of clients seeking us out. So we'll continue to help as long as we possibly can.
perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, David, thanks for sharing your insights with us, and we really appreciate everything that you've I guess taught us about the industry today, and I really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for having me.